Can you touch me if you understand me? If you are the being I contacted yesterday, can you touch me? Thank you. If you're a dryad, will you touch me? Thank you.
Hello, lovelies. Welcome back. I hope you are well. I've been away for a bit because, as you can tell, I have not been feeling well and I kind of lost my voice completely. So today's kind of the first day I've been able to really talk well. But I have a lot of things to share with you regarding hashtag Finding the Fae Work, a wonderful community collaboration hosted by Summer over at Astaria Sin. And this is a big collaboration that Rachele over at Amethyst Ascension has put together for the community. And this month's all about the Fae. Please go check them out if you haven't already, and it's never too late to join. The links will be in the description. And you can get a free digital journal to go along with this month's work. So check it out. Anyway, we left off with me doing a channel session with a dryad in my yard. And at the beginning of the video, the tree that I had posted me communicating with is that dryad. I wanted to take it a step further. I loved Rachele's video so much. She connected to the inner earth beings that I share the same beliefs as her, are part of the Fae, or at least a faction. And I've had a few experiences with these beings, and I really, really would love to connect to them as she did. Her video was wonderful. Her portal she created was amazing. If you have not seen that, go see it. It's wonderful, and she's so inspiring. So inspiring. I saw her portal and I wanted to make one. I was inspired by her, so I completely copied her. And this is mine, and this is how it turned out. At first, I wasn't so sure, but I ended up really liking it and loving it. I did put the she glyph on there, but my idea was for it to sit like this as I channel, so it's kind of like a body of water, if that makes sense. But anyway, so I attempted to contact the inner earth beings as well. It's really great communicating with the dryad in my yard, and I hope to build a great relationship with that tree and the spirit of it. I love dryads. I love tree spirits. I love trees. I've always loved them. They are such strong, amazing beings. I also love mushrooms. And we are getting so many in our yard daily, circles after circles. And then, unfortunately, a lot of the animals and squirrels, they like to eat them and tear them apart. But hey, it's nature, right? So, but I've had a few experiences with something known as the Ka group in the inner earth, and that is who I'm interested in reaching out to. And I attempted to last night with my partner. When Rachele contacted them, it made me go, well, I wonder if I could contact the group that I had been visited by, or that I visited, and maybe ask some questions, because I have a lot of questions for them regarding my experiences. And I was successful for a little bit, though I do think more of a relationship is needed between me and these beings, because it was short-lived, the communication and the connection, and I hope to make a greater connection with them soon. But Few of my experiences I did mention in a previous video, so if you didn't watch that, I will link it below. So even though the portal I created and consecrated has the she glyph on it, I did think twice about that, and I consecrated it for any fae being. When I attempted to use the portal last night, I focused with a candle and the portal on my bed, and it took probably about 20 minutes before I even got a response of some deep meditation and really, really focusing to try to connect. But I got hello again. I asked, is this the inner earth that I'm focusing on connecting to? They answered yes. I asked, is this Ka? I got yes. I said, why did I dream of you in the past? Or was it a dream? I got that you come from us, hybrid. And this is going to sound quite crazy. Even I'm trying to process and analyze this, because I did mention my other dream too before I went to the inner earth, how I had a weird activation dream that said I come from those who dwell within the mountains. They told me that my father wasn't my father. I'm trying to question this, really wrap my head around it, because I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Anyway, connection through my mother, I asked. They said yes, through mom. And I said, did my mom or grandma experience you guys or no? And they answered yes, they came here too. I said, sorry, my handwriting while channeling is very hard to read, if you can see this. So bear with me. I asked, is there any info you can give me for my life that would be beneficial? She said, you feel deeply because that is your source of power from us, but it can destroy, which is why we cannot be around humans full time. Sorrow hinders our frequency. Frequency changes everything, changes us and our abilities, our power, our world. Vibrations change reality even. You can dull your light, which is your power. It was your mom not sensitive to. Was her light not snuffed? Light bringers jobs are the hardest. What I think she meant by that was my mom, you know how they say people can like walk in and literally light up a room? My mother really could do that. She had this almost innocence light to her. She was a caregiver like I was, and she did everything she could for her people. She even made newspapers, like making cancer patients' last wishes come true, and she just had this light about her. There toward the end, something was really wrong with her. She was in deep sorrow, secluded herself, and it was almost like her light was dull. So I think that's what this was referring to. I said, what is my connection to Rachele in my dreams of being fae, like I had described in my previous video? They responded, it is a connection of future. You see past and present and future at once. It is all right now. This was a little cryptic. So I said, is it our existence in another realm parallel to this? It took a bit for them to answer. I have a lot of scribbles here. And that was common for this connection. It was very, very difficult. I had to keep re-asking questions. So, I'm not sure why that was, but I want to analyze it and try to further this connection to this group specifically. This is what I'm interested in, especially with some of the information they gave me. I want to know more about it. And to further the questions about my father and such, they refused to answer. So that was why I had moved along, because I was curious to know about my dreams that I had with Rachele in the Fey realm. And they answered that it is all right now, that those dreams weren't just dreams, but it was a future existence and a past and present all at once. I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around this concept. So to better understand this, I'm just going to call it like another overlapping reality or another existence of us that is present to now. Because time, we all know it's an illusion. So I asked again, how am I related to you? They said project, hybrid, through them. And I asked, are you involved with hybridization projects with other beings? They answered, yes. I answered, how are you linked to the Pleiades? Or I said, how? And are you linked to Pleiades? They said, yes, we come from, but seeded from. We are part of the first to live on Earth. I thought this was interesting. Why? Because some are asked, like, what are some synchronicities that you're getting working with the Fae in one of the journal prompts? To me, this was big. This is a huge synchronicity to what Rachele said in her video when she was channeling them. She too got that a lot of these inner earth beings or other beings were some of the first to exist on this planet. Well, I got this answer as well. And to me, that was a very wow moment, right? So it took a moment for them to answer. More squiggles. We are dying out. We need more. So in my mind, this is a little different than what the Dryad had told me. Perhaps there are many, many different kinds. Perhaps Dryad spirits are maybe in a different group. And for them, mixing with humans is forbidden, and it has been done in the past. For this group, mixing with humans is essential and crucial to their further survival. I tried to ask more on that, and they would not respond about that any further. So I also asked about Luke because he was there and he was interested. I said, would you guys know if Luke 2 was a hybrid or a starseed? Because we've suspected things have happened with Luke 2 that are synchronicities or dreams, or he sleepwalks and has no memory of ending up in a certain place. He's also seen beings as a kid. They said, yes, he is. I said, from our people. Took them a while to answer. They said no. I said, do you know who from? They responded no. So I told Luke, we're probably going to have to do some separate stuff for him. Reach out to who we can reach out to for him. It's very personal to him. So I wanted to update you guys on this experience because for me, it is huge. It is profound. It is the first time I have connected to them, and it's more than I could have ever hoped for. And again, Rachele inspired me to reach out to them. Her video was so good. I can't put into words how grateful and excited I am for this. I wished I could talk to my mother and my grandmother about this to confirm did they experience this. I might try to do something with my ancestors and use a bit of necromancy, maybe to communicate with them for some questions I have. I don't know yet. But I do know before my grandmother passed, she said she was seeing white-haired children around her. Later, when I had my abduction experience, these were with grays. I do know they had me hybridizing children. I know I have a hybrid daughter. I had a dream that my mother was holding her on a ship. This is interesting to me because in my last channel, they said that, ancestors could become these beings. Are these other existences of us? And I'm just questioning everything and how deep this can go. Are they actual beings too, inside the earth, as well as some being in another realm or being elementals? I believe it is all possible. I know a lot of what I'm talking about may sound crazy, but it's my experience. I really don't care at this point who believes me and who doesn't. For me, this is big. For me personally, I'm connecting dots here and understanding that there may be way more out there than we could ever imagine or know. Not to mention, what if inner earth beings are involved in a project with other beings to hybridize? This sounds kind of like an episode from Gaia, doesn't it? Oh man, I haven't watched Gaia in a really long time, but I've seen clips around. But for me, those clips kind of confirm that I'm not crazy, I'm not alone. And I've also seen other people talk about it. When all of this first started happening, I questioned it a bit. I felt a little crazy, but at the same time, I was really excited. I was like, wow, what could all this mean? I didn't really have a fear of the beings, but a lot of stuff was happening. And it was right around 2020 when it all started for me with extraterrestrials or other beings. And it was right around the time I had met Rachele and started getting really close to them. We started connecting so many spiritual dots and dots between these beings, and our worlds opened up so big during this time. And between then and now, after losing my family, I have to say it's been difficult to get excited again, even over like certain spiritual stuff. But for me, this is an exciting time, a huge breakthrough. And when I see people like Rachele or like all of you in the community reaching out, you're getting results. I mean, it is exciting. It's big. And I don't want people to feel afraid to share their experiences. I don't want people to second guess themselves. And I know that's only natural. But how are we ever to discover the possibilities if we don't believe? Anyway, those are my thoughts. This was kind of just a update on my work right now. I am going to be doing the spreads and answering journal prompts in my next videos, but I just wanted to come on here and kind of share this news because it is great. Anyway, I am sending you all so much love, and if it was kind of jumbled and you didn't understand what I was talking about, let me know in the comments. Maybe I will update if you haven't been following me a long time, because I do have a lot of new subs. Hi, by the way, welcome and thank you. I could do a full video just about my experiences, and I think that'd be cool. Maybe I should anyway. But anyway, I thank you guys so very much, and Rachele, thank you for your inspiration. And Summer, thank you for yours as well. Without you guys, I would have not thought really to connect to these beings or do this work to get things answered that I've had a lot of questions to for a while. And I think I kind of just needed a boot in the ass to kind of put this into practice more. So thank you guys. And I'm sending you all so much love.